They were wrong about inflation. They were wrong about crypto. And now bigs out there are saying that the Trump administration is going to get it wrong with the BTC reserve. We're going to talk about the cryptos that are surging along with XRP, XLM price.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Hola, dudes and chicks, and you're seeing what I'm seeing on the screen. The U.S. will not approve a BTC strategic reserve. Oh, we're going to talk about that and so much more. But before we get into it, your comments come first because you, the viewer, are most important. That's why even me being sick, I'm bringing you the news. I actually like doing this, by the way. Manasija Ambazonia, God, I hope I'm saying that right, says XRP's a bargain at 205. I've been asking you, what price is XRP a bargain for you? Racing Guy says it'll get down to 198 in 2 weeks. Miguel Casillas says it'll go past $5 this bull run as well. You guys got to let me know, and gals, what the price. 164 by end of January. That's coming from Sneakers. BTC to 150 mid-February. We won't get to 150 BTC in mid-February if they pull the plug on the strategic reserve. It's been a hard life, says, thank you, Klaus. But seriously, a net 1.9 billion increase of open interest futures for over 48 hours is falsely represented as a 1 billion decrease in 24 hours. Is this guy a moron, or is every news organization lying about it all the time? That's why I brought that story up. Okay, earlier I did a story. It was about XRP, open interest down $1 billion. It's all gonna go to shit. Not realizing that over the last 48 hours, it has been 2.9 billion, so a net 1.9 billion. They didn't show the positive, they showed the negative. So even within the crypto sphere, you're still seeing some articles out there. Haters. Bitcoin's in at 94,991, while ETH is 33.97. XP at 218, we're going to talk XP price at the end. Along with SWE close to 418. What do we got for XLM? 35.2, SOL at 192. BNB healthy at 726. Meme coins. Does that surprise you? Meme coins hot in 2024, capturing 30% of investor attention. Wow, that's a lot. According to CoinGecko's report, meme coins captured more than 30% of global investor interest, which was distributed across several niche narrative and 25 trends related to them. This suggests that nearly 1/3 of the focus of crypto was speculative investments, where fundamentals took a backseat. Bitch, you need to shut the hell up already right here. Everything in crypto is freaking speculative at this point. Fundamentals took back. What fundamentals have really moved the market? If you heard a big announcement from Ripple regarding a partnership or Stellar regarding a partnership, did any of that pump the price? Hell no. RLUSD did. That was what we saw here as of late. Judge Torres did. That's direct news. But that's not this kind of crap here. Come on now. Maybe you're using the wrong word. This suggests that, yes, fundamentals took a back seat. No, everything is speculative. But then you had meme. The meme coin narrative accounted for 14.3%. Wow, that is a big, big jump from last year. You also had AI and real-world assets leading the charge in there. I just wanted to share with you, I know some of you out there like reading this stuff. So I linked these articles all down below, and you can actually see what is hot. Look at meme coins, artificial intelligence, real world asset. Solana meme coins up 7.65. You see the little smiley faces? That's all meme coins. AI stuff has got the little scary robot face guy on it because they're all going to come and attack us and kill us. So look at that. AI and meme, that's where it's been hot. Real world assets been hot too. So it's kind of interesting. I thought I just would share that with everyone. It's linked down below. Okay, Yellen. Remember that? And remember when Jerome Powell, where's my guy? There he is. Remember when Jerome Powell also said that inflation was going to be transitory 2 years ago? And we all took transitory to mean a couple months, right? Maybe a half a year, okay? A year at the worst case. And by the year, we would be completely back to like normal, okay? Well, that set the market's expectations, right? If your government out there is telling you, and this isn't just the United States government, this was governments all over that were saying this shit. If they're out there telling you, hey, look, you're going to have to deal with this poop storm, but the poop storm's only a couple months long. You're like, okay, cool. I can grit my teeth. I can shut up. I could be a good noodle and just deal with the poop storm. But then that couple month long poop storm turns into a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year poop storm. Gonna probably go on 4 year, 5 year poop storm. You're gonna either do one of two things, or you're gonna do them all. You're going to distrust the government, right? Because they're telling you, oh, this is going to be a short poop storm, and it's not. Or you're going to be like, dude, not only do I not trust you, but I also think you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Janet Yellen says this, I regret saying it was transitory. It has come down, but I think transitory means a few weeks or months to most people, Yellen said during an interview. Treasury spokesman Christopher Hayden said in an email to The Hill that this was not the first time Yellen expressed regret for calling inflation transitory. She painted the picture transitory, and there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, okay? And it has to do with the BTC Strategic Reserve, okay? The reason she wanted this is she wanted the picture to be as pretty as possible when all the lockdowns, the Rona, and all the inflation shit was going on. Knowing damn well that, look, if we shut down economies across the globe, we're going to be eating this poop sandwich for years after because there's going to be reverberations from this, okay? Powell was also initially calling the inflation transitory, and the central bank hiked interest rates from near zero in March to a 5.25 to 5.50 range. And remember, because Jerome Powell called it inflationary, he didn't want to react and raise rates right away. While a lot of us watching were like, yo, bro, you need to fix this shit. Because remember, whatever the U.S. does, a whole shit ton of countries out there do the same thing when it comes to Fed fund rates, okay? So if the U.S. ups at a quarter, they up at a quarter. If the U.S. pauses, they pause. You get my point. So Powell's like, yo, this is transitory inflation as well. We don't have to worry. So all these other governments out there that don't have the big things. Okay, I want you to think of the government of Zimbabwe. And I'm not picking on Zimbabwe, but let's just say, do you think the government of Zimbabwe has the same economic, educational resources and same like reporting and data and all that stuff that the United States government does? Hell no. Not a chance in hell. Do you think they got the number of people to work on it that we do? Hell no, they don't have those resources, right? So that's why they really rely and lean on reports from the Fed. A lot of countries do that because they don't have like hundreds and hundreds of people working one department. Maybe they just have a couple people, right? So they look for cues from the United States and other world leaders out there. UK, Australia, you know what I'm talking about, Russia, China, you get the deal. So Powell says it too. And so he says it's inflationary. Everyone's like, okay, we're cool. Then all of a sudden shit goes off the rails, right? Inflation just goes balzo, nutso, bonkers. And what does Jerome Powell do? He jacks it up three quarters, 3 times in a row. Okay? So you had that whole economic shitstorm happening. Then you had Jerome Powell just recently, okay, cutting rates a quarter, which is fine. But the problem was we expected 4, right? 4 cuts in 2025, and now we're probably only going to get 2. So again, it's all about like painting the scene, and that's how crypto prices have been working, right? We get the red when the scene painted out in front of us is bad. When Jerome Powell and the Fed had their meeting and all of a sudden they came back saying, bitch, we ain't giving you 4 cuts, we're giving you 2, so shut up and take it. We were like, oh, this sucks. Boom, sell off. All right? Same thing with Yellen and the inflation. Said, hey, everything's all good, all good. Then all of a sudden rate cuts have to go through the roof to make up for the fact that they were wrong. So now let's talk about this. The U.S. will not approve a strategic BTC reserve. This is coming from the CryptoQuant CEO, who has been very vocal as of late. Listen to this. This is interesting. You're going to see how this all ties in and how there is a risk factor here, but I think we got a good chance. I personally support the idea of a Bitcoin standard, Young Zhu said. However, I question whether the U.S., while continuing to grow as other economies stagnate, would adopt Bitcoin as a strategic asset. For the debate to gain serious momentum, the U.S. would need to see its global economic dominance genuinely threatened. At present, market sentiment suggests that confidence in the U.S.'s continued supremacy. So, okay, this goes back to the first principle of when we say something here in the United States economy-wise, a lot of players around the globe listen to it, okay? We have this economic supremacy. I don't like it personally because I don't like how the U.S. uses it as a weapon. I'm a little bit more just, look, let players be players, all right? So you got that. The second thing is here is saying you would need to be threatened, right? Your economic power would need to be threatened for you to move to a BTC strategic asset. Young Zhu, I get what you're saying, my guy, but that's how you stay ahead. You don't stay ahead by doing the same stupid shit you've been doing before. You stay ahead by doing new things, trying, learning, and growing. And if something doesn't work, what do? You stop it and you pivot to something else. Just because, let's just say this. Let's say U.S. wants to go into BTC Strategic Reserve and it doesn't work out. And you were going to say, I'm going to buy 1 million BTC and BTC just keeps fucking just doing shitty, right? Doesn't mean you have to keep riding down that shitstorm. You can say no, you can 180 it, but the problem is the United States government works so slowly, and just like Yellen was wrong, I fucking hated her. Seriously hated her. Yellen was wrong, and Jerome Powell and the Fed were wrong. We then what? We then realized that all of a sudden, hopefully we don't continue on the same path that we have been. Now, we have a very big shift in economic, political drive here that's going to be starting around January 20th. Will we make the mistake that we had before? And I'm talking about both sides of the aisle, right? Will this really pivot us into something different? So, how do you stay in front? It's not by doing the same shit every day because other players are going to find out new techniques and new tips. No, it's about being innovative. It's about doing new things. And I have a feeling that this new session that's going to take effect on January 20th is going to want to do new things to show everyone out there that, you know what, the United States, Australia, the UK, Russia, China, we all may be big like the Titanic, but when we see an iceberg, we're nimble enough to steer away from it and not steer into it. I'm hoping you is wrong on this one, and I'm hoping we see some changes. Now we're swinging it on over to BTC. Dominance with fear and greed. It's sitting at 51 in neutral. Volume is down a shit ton of roni, my guys and gals, at 85.5 billion. So hit that like button for this player out here bringing in the news, even though eyes aren't looking. The 1 month chart of XLM is up on the screen. We're seeing the volume erode quite heavily, still higher than it's normally been. XLM volume is normally around like the 40 million mark, but you're definitely see a lot of interest pulling out of XLM. The price is still holding fairly strong. You know, when you zoom out a little bit further, you're like, bro, we spent most of the time around that 10-cent mark. Now we're at least 3x, but we need a fighting chance. We need something good to happen here soon to push this back up. If we can hold till January 20th, good, but there might be damage until then. Swinging into the 1 month chart back, you'll see this is what XLMs looks like. This is what XRPs look like. They made their moves at different times, very different times. And we've also seen XRP hold its volume proportionately better than XLM. XRP's volume right now at 2.8 billion. Both of them down very strong here volume-wise in the last 24 hours. Price-wise, XRP is holding its own, floating right around that 220 mark, while XLM couldn't hold that crucial 40-cent mark. And what scared me was this move right here on Christmas Eve, when we tried again to make that 40-cent move on the Santa rally, and then all of a sudden we got pushed down. Then subsequent pushes couldn't even get us close there. On over to XRP, and you could see that move happen as well, and we got pushed down from that. But that move pushed us from that 230 mark to closer around that 220 mark. We're making our way back up on there as volume is down 48%, but we knew why. Because it's a holiday and a holiday weekend, a globally celebrated holiday. Merry belated Christmas for all of you new viewers, and for those of you that are previous viewers, remember, Santa Claus did what he said he would. He promised he would bring you news on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and he did. So now we got to come back full circle. Meme is hot. All of crypto is freaking speculative. If you want to read more about specific stuff you see in this video, it's linked down below. Yellen was full of shit. Jerome Powell was full of shit. Hopefully you is full of shit, and hopefully this new administration does the right thing and learns to steer the Titanic a bit quicker. Well, I thought that was a fairly good outro without it being an outro. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. But let me know down below, what is your price as a bargain for XRP? If you're like, bro, I'm just stacking my money to the sideline for XRP dipping to X price, you tell me what that price is. I want to see it. I've seen it all across the board. $1.58 to $2.05. A lot of people right around the sub $2 mark. I've been seeing a lot of comments around that $1.98, $1.99, $2, right around there. But I want to hear it from you. What am I going to do? Well, I'm sweating through this shirt, so I'm probably going to have to take another shower. It's pretty gross. I've got the flu and a sinus infection, but I'm still bringing you the news. Why? Because I love you. Because the viewer matters most. Choo choo, bitches.